Hey, I'm Blake.
And I'm Dave.
We're back. It's another weekly movie stream, May edition. Even though we already done a May one, I just feel more May today.
It's
No
gonna
rhyme
be
on
May.
It's currently May, Dave. Get on board.
Oh, fuck.
I know,
I'm
your
not
rent
on
is
board.
late.
Oh.
They're going to kick me out of your apartment.
I paid my rent. Shut up. I panicked for a quick second.
Squatter's laws. I'm riding high on that. Haven't paid rent in a year. Can't leave my apartment. The cops are watching me. So anyway, how's your week been, Dave?
I can't really complain.
Okay, yeah.
I am on today was day 9 of 20 in a row of work.
Nope. Sounds terrible.
So I'm on the verge of losing my mind. I did, however, close. I did, however, have I've had 4 interviews for California positions. I got 2 tomorrow.
Hey, Big Cali coming up.
Trying my best.
My man.
One of them went pretty good. One of them, she was like, "Well, good luck to you afterwards."
Yeah, good luck, you fucking weirdo. John, what's up, buddy? Dude, that's great. That's really encouraging.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I should hear about one tomorrow. So
okay, is there anybody I can call to follow up on?
No.
Hi, my name is Blake. You don't know me, but I just want to let you know, Dave, great guy, great Postal employee. Yeah. Worst fucking takes on movies, like ever. So don't talk to him about film at all. But Postal, mail, whatever stuff you guys do, super great. You should hire him. It's gonna work. Just give me a number, Dave.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, sure, no problem.
First Price Games is gonna help. Thank you.
I'll say this though. What? I did watch 2 movies for my own viewing pleasure since last week.
Hit me. Which ones?
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay. I have questions about that later.
Sure. Titane.
Sorry, say that again. You broke up.
I said Titane.
Oh, I love that movie. I love that movie.
I bet you do.
For anybody who does not know what Titane is, can you tell everybody what this movie is, please?
So this movie is definitely an art film.
Yes.
It's a French art film.
Yes.
That made 0 sense at any point.
Disagree.
You're wrong. And so it's about a woman who makes love to a car and has a baby that is part human, part machine.
When you told me via text, like, hey, on Sunday, I'm going to watch the movie Titane, I'm like, this movie's made for you.
I don't love cars that much.
You are the direct audience. Yes, this is an actual movie. This is a
real movie. It's a French movie. It came out last year?
21 or 22, yeah.
21, 22, I can't remember. It's actually, I liked it. I definitely liked it. Yeah. There was multiple times throughout the movie where both Chloe and I, because we watched it together, we were both like, for like several minutes at a time. And there was a couple times where I was like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. It's absolutely one of those. And John, this is not only is it an actual movie, like Dave said, it's a good movie. There's no reason it should be good based on the concept alone. It's a great and very artfully and skillfully made film.
Yeah, it takes like 3 90-degree turns where I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, it is very French.
Is this the same movie? Why did we even have that in the beginning? And then why is this happening now? Like,
dude,
I didn't understand.
I'm telling you, the French have pushed the art form of cinema along since its inception. You know, so many things, you know, like the French New Wave and all these things, they've really pushed forward in terms of narrative storytelling. And this is a prime example of them just doing it regardless. Yes. And it paid off. I mean, maybe not for everybody. This film is not for everybody. But I enjoy it.
Definitely not for any. This movie is not for most people, actually.
I would agree with that statement.
This film is actually for like a very tiny subsect of people.
Myself and Dave, in a really weird way.
Chloe liked it, I think.
Okay.
She apologized afterwards because she suggested it. I was like, no, I liked it. I don't know what happened.
If you're watching this, Chloe, never apologize.
No, I told her don't apologize. I just have no idea what the fuck happened.
I love it.
I'm still like, huh?
You made me want to rewatch it when you texted me that. I was like, I gotta see this movie again. It's bizarre. I love it. But that's great. What else? Oh yeah, Guardians. You watched
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I want to ask your opinion about that later and stuff. But I also watched a movie. There was a reason I watched it, but not for the stream or the show or anything like that. It's a movie. It's kind of a lower budget movie called Fear of Rain, starring Harry Connick Jr., Katherine Heigl, and Madison Eastman. It's actually a really cool idea. It's kind of like the Hitchcock movie Rear Window or the Shia LaBeouf movie Disturbia, if you remember that. Okay. They kind of have the same concept. It's like that, but the main character has schizophrenia, which I think could be interesting. But they bungled it, and it's not good. It's kind of exploitative about the very real mental condition of schizophrenia. It does not understand it. It's like I read something about schizophrenia 18 years ago, and this is kind of something. I don't know. I've seen it in a movie too, so this is how it probably is. Let's just go with it.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I mean, as soon as you said Katherine Heigl, I was like, nope.
I know. It's weird. Madison Eastman is a really incredible actress. She elevated a lot of the material, even though it didn't deserve it. Harry Connick Jr. can act really well. He's not fucking good in this movie at all.
Great. I'd love to hear that.
It's like he wandered on set and somebody said, hey, say this. And he just said it without context. It's so weird.
Cool.
It's very bizarre.
He probably phoned it in.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
I don't even think he got that big of a check. So I don't know. What do I know?
That's probably why he phoned it in.
But my movie experience was a little bit more disappointing than yours. So,
well, that's fair.
That's true.
Because my next two movie viewing experiences were highly disappointing.
Oh yeah, yeah, mine too. Yeah, mine was a rewatch and a first viewing technically.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was fun. We're gonna get to that with spooky smile related horror films. I don't know why we did this to ourselves. I don't know why, but
we are masochists. Anyway, go on.
We are. It was whatever. We'll get into it later. But excuse me, I'm coughing for a reason. It's not because I'm sick.
What is there a special like addition to your apartment?
There
maybe something living.
There's a little thing here. I happen to meet somebody, and I would really like to introduce you to them because they are now the new First Price Films official mascot.
Yes. Everybody, we would like you to meet the one and only Taco Steve.
He is the official mascot. He even wore his good bow tie to the party tonight. This is my boy. I'm a dad now. So, and God help the feline world.
Don't let the squirreliness of Taco Steve fool you guys. Blake has already sent me like 100 pictures of Taco Steve being the most loving thing I've ever seen in my life.
This cat, for some reason, I should probably say this really quietly, loves me. I don't know why. Like this cat, every morning I wake up to this cat smack me in the face and then like curling up under my chin and stuff and just purring. I love this guy. He's pretty good dude, and he's really good. We also watch movies together. Yeah, he has a lot of bad takes for sure. Most of them are tuna related, but you know what can you do?
Fair enough. Yeah,
but yeah, he's doing his thing. So anyway, send all your fan mail. I've also it's been requested of me to start an Instagram for Taco Steve. So
yes,
a lot of people have said that.
Don't worry, anybody who has said that, don't worry. Chloe already decided on the fan club name. It's Taco Steve Stands, and the social medias will be coming shortly.
Yeah, coming shortly to all the social medias.
To an internet near you.
Yeah, I have so much time on my hands that I can do this. But
I'm gonna do it.
Thank you, Dave. I'll send you pictures and you can upload for me.
I mean, I already have like 15. I got 2 weeks worth of content already.
I'm gonna write from his point of view like it's a travel blog,
Yes.
but he's just in my apartment the whole time.
Yes, please do. I'll post that too. Just write that, send it to me. And we got this.
The life and times of Taco Steve. It's gonna be great. But short of that, we do have some movie news, lots of stuff going on in the world today. Dave, do you have stuff to start with, or do you want me to start?
I have some stuff, but before we do, did you want to talk to me about Guardians later or
later in this segment? Because I have something I have something to talk about it, but we'll bring it up later. But yeah,
okay. Sure. I will go ahead and start if you don't mind.
Yes, please do.
Recently, Richard Dreyfuss decided to say, "Hey guys, I'm racist," and
I saw this.
He really desperately wants us to know how racist he is, because he said, "quote He played a black man brilliantly," talking about somebody who was not a black man in a movie, and he is very upset about all the new inclusion rules to win Oscars. No. He basically is saying things. I mean, I'm putting words in his mouth, but the overall gist of his, well, I'll just read his thing. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Read his thing. I'm sure it's just as stupid as we could all imagine.
Yes. Remember, he's talking about Laurence Olivier's role in this part. In this quote, he's talking about Laurence Olivier's role in 1965's Othello, in which he sported blackface for the movie. And this is what Dreyfuss had to say. "They make me vomit because this is an art form. It's also a form of commerce and it makes money, but it's an art. And no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give into the latest, most current idea of what morality is. And what are we risking? Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that. You have to let life be life. And I'm sorry, I don't think there's a minority or a majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. Laurence Olivier was the last white actor to play Othello. He did it in 1965 and he did it in blackface and he played a black man brilliantly."
You have got to be fucking
that I will
kidding.
never have a chance to play a black man. Someone else being told if they're not Jewish they shouldn't play in The Merchant of Venice. Are we crazy? Do we not even know what art is? That art is art? This is so patronizing. It's so thoughtless and treating people like children. No, it's not, you fucking racist.
Tell me you're a fucking dipshit without telling me you're a fucking dipshit. That's such a dumb take from an old angry man. Like, I don't know, like people give press to this shit, but it's like who cares? Who gives a fuck about Dreyfuss?
I mean, honestly, dude.
He has a chance, like, whatever. Not saying that old people should be dismissed flat out or anything like that, but old racist people should be dismissed.
Bro,
it's like,
what?
Bro, there's stuff that you can contribute with your thoughts, words, or anything, and you choose to be a dickhead on the internet? Wow, you and every 14-year-old.
He's quite literally saying, like, we don't need black people in our films.
Yeah, just put makeup on the white people that I like.
Paint.
God damn it. What an idiot. That's
fucking idiot, dude.
I'm not even upset about it. It's stupid. It's dumb. But like, I'm not like that upset because it's Dreyfuss and he's fucking 110 years old and I don't care about him. He's going to, go the way of the dinosaur. He's going to get hit by a comet very soon. I'm sure of it.
Either that or he's going to start being in, right-wing movies.
He's gonna get his own Fox News hour. This evening with Dreyfuss. Have you guys heard about black people? This is crazy.
Nobody can do blackface anymore.
Fucking what? And that's the thing, John. No, he I don't think he's acting in anything anymore. Like he did something like 10 years ago. I actually don't even remember the name of it, but it's just like, yeah, no, exactly, Icky. It's just like old, angry white men who feel left out, but don't want to do anything about it. They just want to complain. Mm-hmm. Take me seriously. Like, no one cares, bro. Fuck off. So that's fun. Good stuff.
It's funny to me that he thinks that it's more important to let a white man play in blackface than it is to cast a black actor.
Because think about their feelings, Dave. Somebody's feelings are going to get hurt.
Fucking shit, man.
I love this shit. What a dumbass. Oh God. Well,
Absolute idiot.
in more positive news, there's some early reviews about The Little Mermaid coming in, and it's getting a lot of praise.
I saw.
I've said this before. I am interested in seeing this because I really like Halle Bailey and her sister Chloe. Chloe and Halle are incredible musicians, and I love their music. I think she's a really sweet person. I'm interested, but it's getting lots of praise, which
I heard that. Yeah.
It's saying it's the best Disney live action remake yet, which also isn't saying a whole lot.
That's a really low bar.
Thank you. Low bar to clear for sure. But I am increasingly interested in seeing this.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I wasn't really attached to Little Mermaid to begin with, so I don't really have an urge to see it regardless.
Yeah.
But again, saying that it's the best Disney live action remake is like saying that, Chipotle is the best American Mexican food in the country.
Fair. Yeah.
Who cares?
Fair point. Nobody cares. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to have to, be really good. And I think Disney knows, like, a lot of their live action remakes have just kind of flatlined a little bit. Some made money, but like nobody's talking about them. So I think they really need to do something. So we'll see. And John, like Dreyfuss, had a great run. Like, obviously he was in Jaws and Close Encounters, was a great role. And I think was a great actor, in his time. But it's like, I don't know how to be immediately dismissed and forgotten about 101. Like, dude, nobody cares. So whatever. But yeah, so I'm mildly interested in seeing it. I don't know if I'm going to spring to the theater, but on a good recommendation, I might do a Tuesday morning, cheap seat viewing.
Excuse me. I probably won't see it. I probably won't see it. So
that's fair. Yeah.
I just can't imagine a scenario where I could, because unfortunately Tuesday morning I am working. So
that's it. That's the only time of day. Yes. Only day of the week.
I work 6 days a week, and I mean, obviously, right now I'm fucking working 3 weeks in a row. So
yeah, I realized not too long ago that I hadn't had a single day off this year. A few weeks ago, I remember talking about this.
Yeah.
But the difference being, I work here. So I don't really have to go anywhere. So I can still do stuff and live my life relatively normally, stress-ish free, but having to go to the post office every day for 20 days, nah, fuck that.
It's great. It's great. Super great. It's not at all stressful.
No, you look good too.
Everything's fine.
Yep. Super good.
Fine. Everything's good. Next stream, everything will be even more fine.
Oh God. What else you got, Dave?
It's great. Excuse me. So it's Mortal Kombat related.
Yeah.
Good. Mortal Kombat. So I was wrong about Johnny Cage being Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
It's actually Carl Urban has been reportedly picked.
Interesting.
To play
okay.
The Mortal Kombat anti-hero. And
it's good casting.
I think it's great casting because he can definitely play the sarcastic asshole role. But some fans are clamoring for WWE's The Miz to play Johnny Cage. Also, the guy he was in, he's a wrestler, of course, but he was on The Real World back in the day. And I don't care. I don't care. Why would we no, he's not. He has given no
like acting anything, like any like resume to back up his acting.
Yes, he has given no implications that he can act in anything but a ring.
Yeah,
but I think Carl Urban is going to smash it as Johnny Cage.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll see this because of you. But honestly, like the first, the 2021 Mortal Kombat was fun. I enjoyed it. We talked about it on the show, on the podcast in season 1, and it was a fun watch. I'm actually glad you made me watch it, which is not often things I say about you. You are muted. You are muted.
I've had a couple of home run picks this year.
You have. Mm-hmm. I gotta give you credit. You absolutely have. That is funny though. Like, do you who is the wrestler who they were trying to have play? What is his name?
His wrestling name is The Miz.
The Miz. Okay, I didn't want to say that dumb and have it recorded. How old is he? How old is the real world?
Dude, he was.
I don't remember any of this. No offense, I'm not trying to be like ageist or anything like that, but how old is the real world?
He's not that. He's about the same age as Carl Urban, I think. But he literally called himself The Miz on the Real World. Weird. And it was like really weird and like.
That checks out.
I'll never forget him. I'm glad I'm not the only one. John saying he remembers him, but
okay.
No, there's a lot of people like saying, no, Johnny Cage belonged to The Miz. Fucking what?
Again, I can't like necessarily chime in because I don't really know who he is, but I think Carl Urban's a great casting. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like this is a role, says Blake, who knows all about Mortal Kombat. I don't know. You got to have some acting chops, unless he's like a Dave Bautista and he's like, I'm gonna take this stuff really seriously, and I'm gonna do my thing.
I don't know. My thing is like, look, we get it. Yeah. You are wrestling and you're like, I want to take the next step. I want to make more money. I want to go into acting. We've got 3 of you. We don't need any more. We're good. We're okay.
They're like really trying to establish that like wrestling to acting pipeline here, which I can understand the crossover because wrestling is acting to a degree.
Yes.
But it's like theater acting, it's stage acting. Need a little more subtlety for the cinema.
Yes. And Dave Bautista
is amazing.
I think he's getting there.
I love
he's getting there
him
for sure.
I think he's a way better actor than The Rock, and he's definitely a way better actor than John Cena. So
I agree, 100%. I will say this: I would not mind a WWE to acting pipeline.
Okay,
if they weren't all fucking ripped ass jacked motherfuckers who have big heads physically, not even
which
maybe everything I'm hearing about The Rock. But they're all the same. They're all just they're going for the same roles. So like it's not a pipeline so much as it's like they all saw what Dwayne Johnson did. They're like, I want to do that.
But I would disagree with that exception, of course, being Dave Bautista, who's done a bunch of weird stuff. But also like so Icky, like what I was thinking of too was Roddy Piper. Had his turn acting. He was in John Carpenter's They Live. You remember Roddy Piper?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, I don't remember his wrestling days either. It was a little before my time. But I only know him because of the movies he was in, but specifically that John Carpenter movie, They Live, which we absolutely need to talk about sometime.
Never heard of it.
It's so good. It's probably one of my favorite Carpenter films. It's great. It's a really fun, like, alien, like, horror satire. It's with a really goofy premise. It's Roddy Piper, and he like shows up in Los Angeles and he gets these sunglasses that he puts on, and he can see that certain people are like in fact aliens and that they're trying to brainwash you. He'll look at billboards and it's like, give us money, spend this, buy this.
That's hilarious.
It's hokey, but it's like it's really fun. So we and I guess Hulk Hogan does count. You're right, because he was also he's been in a bunch of movies. He was in like a kind of like a where he's like a dad or like a nanny or something like that. He was also in one of like those Three Ninjas movies. He's been in a bunch of movies.
But as like main roles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it does count.
So I don't know, man. I not, but not
coming in clutch.
Yeah, not in a way that like, The Rock or like John Cena or anything does, but I would say that counts.
The only thing whenever I hear about Hulk Hogan, the only thing I can think of is how his son was involved in a really high-speed street race accident that permanently disabled one of his friends.
I remember this.
Yes. And like a big chunk of the dude's head is missing now because of the accident.
Yeah, wow.
And he's basically in full on I don't know what the term is. but like he can't
Like
do anything on
paralyzed?
his own. No, he like can move all of his extremities, but like literally a chunk of his head is missing.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's awful, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that completely. And John, I forgot about Suburban Commando. I feel like I've seen that movie, but I can't recall even a single image from my head about what it even is.
I don't remember it at all.
Actually, yeah, Icky's right too, man. Andre the Giant is a perfect example of that. Because Andre the Giant, yeah, was in Princess Bride. He was in a number of things too.
Really?
Yeah, that's a good call, man. Good call. Macho Man Randy Savage was in Spider-Man as a wrestler.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Bonesaw. Yeah,
I got you for 2 minutes.
Ooh, yeah, brother.
Rest in peace, Macho Man Randy Savage.
All I'm saying is, if you're gonna have a WWE to acting pipeline, throw some fucking range type of actors in here, okay? Like, you know, the not so beefy dudes who are like high flyer type people, you know?
Get some wrestler dudes that look like me in the movies. Representation.
Skinny dudes, yes.
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying.
I would be the worst wrestler unless it was like a gimmick like that. Like, come in, you know, the confetti goes off, and I'm like in my like silk pajamas or whatever. Like, I got you, and this guy's like, I'm gonna break you in half. I'm gonna paralyze you in front of all these people. I'm like, that's great.
And you just do tricks where you're like, they come right at you like, glitter.
As long as my check clears, I don't give a shit. Like rolling around. Maybe I have like a little, like a slingshot or something. Yeah, I gotta have accessories. That's actually a really great question. Our wrestling names. Mine might be Wheezy. The Big Wheeze.
The Big Wheeze. I fucking love that so much for you. No Cake Blake. Wow, Icky. Fuck.
That was harsh, dog.
That was the sickest burn. Does anybody have the number for Shriner's burn unit? Does anybody? Because that one was fucking from the top ropes. Elbow to the dome there.
Taco Steve, give me some aloe vera, quick. I'm roasting.
I don't even know what mine would be. I used to be like really big into wrestling as a kid because Mark was, of course. So
yeah, I never was into wrestling, but I think we could still stick with Two Beds Dave. Nobody knows exactly what it means, but it sounds intimidating. Man needs 2 beds? Maybe you have bunk beds. Maybe it's infantilizing. I don't know.
Maybe let's spitball here. 2 something, okay. Dave, but something more sinister. No, I think I'd be a sinister wrestler.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're a villain. You're a villain type. Yeah, villain.
I can see that. 2 coffins, Dave.
2 coffins, Dave. 1 for you and 1 for you. You only fight tag teams.
Oh fuck. And my fucking win rate is like 2%.
You just get wrecked every time. But it's a whole theatrical thing. They roll down the coffins and stuff, and you just get fucked up in like round 1. You always end up in one of your own coffins. I like that.
Oh, that's really fucking funny.
We need to write for the WWE.
Oh my god! But see, the thing is, I would get rolled into one and then like close it, and then he'd come and try and open it, and then I'd like, as they're like, "What the fuck?" I'd open the other one and run out.
You're also an illusionist.
It's dark magic.
But it opens up and you like lift out like,
and then jump out and run away.
Yeah, you don't even fight anymore. You just take off. This is good. This is good. I like this. 2 Casket Dave. Love it. Coming to a weird warehouse in downtown under the bridge near you.
Oh, has anybody got any extra tables?
$3 and a can of soup. Get there right in.
Fucking shit.
The soup is your payment. So anyway, back to movies. We have more stuff going on. Dave, do you got something, or you want me to
go? Yes, I have something that I really can't wait to tell you about.
Let's do it.
Meg 2 is a thing.
I did see this. What is like Meg 2 The Trench or something?
Meg 2 The Trench. And here's the funniest part to me.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a trailer where they show like 65 million years ago, one predator to rule them all. And you see a T-Rex like come out of the woods, right? And like tries to like snatch up something and starts eating it.
Yeah.
And the T-Rex is only roughly ankle deep.
Yeah.
And a giant shark big enough to fucking like this in its mouth, a T-Rex comes out of nowhere and grabs him from ankle deep water.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Did you see the first Meg?
No, I didn't see the first Meg.
Neither did
that
I.
movie.
I want to see this one though. Because I think this is a fun idea where you take these like schlocky B movie ideas and you give them a big budget. People loved the Meg when it came out. I don't think it was necessarily like a great film or like, you know, something they study in college in film school, but people loved it and it was fun. Jason Statham, you know, everybody kind of hamming it up a little bit from what I hear, and they're getting the second one, and it sounds like they're going to keep hamming it up.
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just like Jason Statham. Not 2 sharks, 3 sharks.
That accent was
fucking
on point.
Because literally, after the Meg ending suggested that more than 2 megalodons escaped the trench, the trailer reveals that 3 massive Megs escaped the breach. Fuck off.
Oh, dude. It's okay. John coming in here. It's an okay B movie. Fair enough. Okay, see, this is kind of how I thought of it too. Whereas like like Sharknado is like the low budget B movie, like the more traditional B movie. Whereas they're taking that B movie concept and giving it probably 15 to 25 more million dollars, I assume, and letting it happen. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. So if you can recommend, let me know. And I might not watch it ever, but maybe I will.
I don't know. Listen, Chloe One, I'm sure you're absolutely 100% right that the Meg is better than these two.
I guarantee you're right.
I just am like, okay, but we have this movie. It's called Jaws.
And that one's good.
And that one's a good one. So
not the sequels. Don't watch the sequels.
Yeah, they're not canon.
Those are bad.
So, like, I don't know. Like, do we? Come on.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Do we need this? Probably not. Actually, I think we can say no, we don't. But
can we do something else? Like, can we just do a movie about like? No, I mean, no. Do something interesting, like killer anglerfish.
Well, so do you remember they tried to reboot the Piranha movies? Do you remember that?
I remember the early 2000s. Oh, yes, then yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that didn't do well, and they made 48 of them, more of them, I think.
Yeah,
and
probably.
Like I don't want to start that trend again, because we already talked about this on another stream, like the killer mega, animal movies, which like your Lake Placids and your Anacondas and all those things, and then they spun off into almost like 50s B movie territory with like the nuclear fish that has legs and whatever destroys towns. It's like we know, we've been there. It's the same kind of cycle. I don't care about anglerfish either. That just turned me off big time. So
okay, but here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Do you know what an anglerfish is? Right.
I do. It's the
yeah. Do you know how big they are?
No, actually, I don't.
They look like they're really small, right?
I would like in my head they're like this big.
Massive.
What are we talking?
Okay, here we're gonna go on this journey together. Okay. How big are anglerfish?
I want that movie too.
Most are less than a foot long, but Some can be up to 3.5 feet in length.
Okay, so yeah, I said about this, but yeah, I was in the range.
For that fish with the fucking teeth and the light bulb head.
It's like, yeah, yeah. Fair point. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. Those are scary.
That's what I'm saying. That's better than another shark movie.
Well, what's the narrative?
Sharks are scary.
Yeah, sharks are scary. They're standard. You're right. Well, what's the anglerfish horror narrative, Dave?
Look at them. That's the narrative.
Look at it.
They're scary as fuck looking.
It's just an hour and a half of anglerfish footage. It should be a David Attenborough documentary, but just.
But like you see one, and like the jump scare part is when it's just like the anglerfish just.
It's a little light, like. Yeah, whatever. I'd probably watch it. I'm not.
You would watch the fuck out of that. Come on.
It sounds artsy and fun.
Although I gotta agree with Clubby One here. Taco Steve Takes New York.
Just saying. Although this dude is so lazy. Look at this little dude. Sleeping away while I'm yelling into the microphone.
God, you couldn't even give him a bed.
It's like, how am I supposed to pay the rent? He's got to be working. You know what else is depressing?
Let me hear it. I want to hear it.
We're getting a Bird Box sequel that no one fucking asked for, called Bird Box Barcelona.
Sure. Although, to be fair,
what?
It's not a sequel. It's a also.
Okay, yeah, you're right, but like, I hated that movie.
I don't remember loving it. I don't remember hating it. I don't remember much about it other than being like, what are they looking at?
I disliked it so much because I thought it was dumb, and I thought the concept was dumb, and I thought it was done very badly. I was excited because there's a Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's where I'm getting at with this. There was a Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross score, which was like I was really stoked for. I love their music, and I listen to it all the time. And I heard the score. I watched the movie, and I was like, this. Before I knew it was them scoring, it's like, this sounds like a bad Trent Reznor score, like knockoff thing. And I looked it up, and it was actually him, and I was like, what? And so I was reading an interview with him, and he's like, yo, fuck that movie. And like, what do you mean? He's like, when I do things like that, when I write music, like I have to be in there when they're mixing. Like I have to, like that's in my contract usually. They locked me out of the mix. I literally delivered music, and I never fucking heard from him like ever again. I just got my check. He's like, I will never work that way ever again. I was like, good for you, because they fucking whiffed on this.
Yes. But see, I remember talking about this with you now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
This literally was people saw A Quiet Place and they're like, monsters they can't look at.
Yeah, right. It's like, it just felt so low effort. And they try to kind of over stylize it to make up for like the lack of like good narrative. It's just dumb and a waste of time. And I think you're right, because I think I called you because I was very pissed that I wasted like an hour and a half or whatever. Even though it's on Netflix and I don't have to pay for the movie, I was still pissed. It was frustrating. It was very, very frustrating. So, fuck you. We're getting another one. I'm not seeing it.
No, I mean, me neither. Yeah, I'm not going to see that.
No,
because it's a Meanwhile movie. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, I don't give a crap. I don't care about the world, and that's the thing too. I don't care. Like they're also doing the A Quiet Place year 0, year 1, or whatever. I don't care, bro. The second, I hated the sequel. You know that. I know you liked it. I hated the sequel, but I don't care so much about the world. You know, they drew us in with the family and that story. I don't care about anything else. The world isn't that like much more interesting than another standard like alien invasion kind of movie where you're trying to stay away from said alien / monster. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care anymore either. I mean, I'll probably still see what the new Quiet Place is about, honestly, but mainly because I really want to support John Krasinski. So,
does he have anything to do with this one?
I think he's still like producing and whatever on these.
Okay, I don't care. Sorry, I have nothing against John Krasinski. Like personally, I don't. I think he's a really nice guy, and I think he's a good director and all that stuff. I just don't care about this movie. So
Yeah,
yes.
fair enough. Here, I think I have the most depressing movie news.
Oh man, this is a real downer episode. Thanks everybody for tuning in to First Prize Films. We're here to make you a little bit sadder.
I don't want to do this to everyone, but
what?
The most everybody's beloved favorite actor, Tom Hanks, confesses to not so nice guy behavior on set.
He's a real person?
I know.
I hate this. Yo, I hate this.
I know. He's had his bad days, and he's admitted to it, where he's been mean to people on set.
I share my birthday with Tom Hanks, and I refuse to accept this, sir. Give me a new birthday.
Can we trade? I share mine with Justin Timberlake, and I would rather have Tom Hanks.
No, okay, no, you wouldn't, because I also share a birthday with O.J. Simpson. Nobody wants that kind of baggage. Nobody.
Fair enough. I'll take JT.
I was so proud of that until I was 4.
Great. So cool. No, but for real, some actual movie news. Beetlejuice related. Beetlejuice 2 has an official release date. Ooh, September 6th of 2024. Okay. And I know I mentioned it last week, but Jenna Ortega has been confirmed as the daughter of Winona Ryder's Lydia.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I think Jenna Ortega is very talented. She's great in the other Tim Burton stuff like Wednesday. I like her in the Scream movies, the new Scream movies. So I think she's really great in them. And she actually gets more screen time in the latest installment, Scream 6. Okay. Yeah, she's great. So I'm excited for that. And cool. I need me some original OG cast back in this. So I'm looking forward to some Keaton.
Yeah, I think it would be a really cool movie to see with him there.
Interesting take, John. I don't know. Well, honestly, I don't know. I guess what would spur you to think that it's going to be pushed?
That's an interesting.
Not that I disagree with you. I just don't know.
Yeah, excuse me. I agree. I think they'll push it to 2025 because they're just confirming Jenna Ortega, and they're like, we're going to have this movie out next fall, like in a year and 3 months. It's like, dude, that's not enough time.
She works, dude. She works. She's been doing so much stuff. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see when it does come out. And like, I don't know is Michael Keaton confirmed? He's got to play Beetlejuice. I don't feel like they would go forward with this if Keaton wasn't coming back, right? Am I crazy?
It does say starring Michael Keaton.
Okay, cool. Well, Top Gun Maverick was also
Variety.
Yeah, okay.
Both saying Michael Keaton.
Good. John, I think Top Gun Maverick was delayed for pandemic stuff too.
It was definitely delayed for pandemic stuff for sure.
That, but also, Tim Burton can be. I don't know. I'm not saying that he's like difficult or anything like that. I don't really know exactly, but I know he's very particular about his work. So yeah, whatever. Maybe he gets a few things back. Reshoots happen on big movies like that. We'll see. We'll see. But speaking of delays, actually, the Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx movie Strays, about the dogs, that's getting pushed back a couple months due to the writer's strike, actually. Which which is great. I mean, because I don't care. I don't really care about this movie particularly, but this is something I never thought of. I was like, well, how would the writer's strike affect a finished film? And they're saying that hard art comedies like this need those like late night show press circuit things to do well. So they're like, it'll probably be done by the end of summer-ish. So they pushed it back to August 18th. I don't see this being done by the end of the summer. They really would have to come to talks very quick, and I don't see that happening.
No, I agree with you. But also, speaking of the writer's strike, did you know that Disney writers are still working?
What do you mean?
I saw it. Hang on, I'll look it up.
What do you mean? Because like my friend Hillary and Sarah and everybody, they're out picketing in front of Disney. Like they weren't letting people cross the lines.
Let me find it. Real quick.
Yo,
Talk about something while I find it.
Okay, that's so fucked up. But my because like I've the writer strike's crazy. I have a bunch of people. I'm going out. I was supposed to go out. Let's say Tuesday. I was supposed to go out yesterday, and I got stuck with work. Not writing work. I'm not scabbing, but I'm going out this week to pick it. But they're doing Paramount. They're doing the CBS like Television City. All the studios are doing Disney, Burbank, everything. So if you are in LA and you're listening to this, join the picket line. You don't have to be a writer. You don't have to be anybody. You can be yourself. If you support writers and you support the things that they want, which is just normal ass pay, for all the things that these big people are making billions of dollars on, and they want what's fair. And so you can just go. You can show up. They have signs for you, but bring some snacks, bring some waters for people. People are marching for like 5 and 6 hours at a time. They're doing it in shifts. They're starting early. They're going late. It's a huge effort. So if you can support it, even just by going by and giving them a little honk of support.
Yeah.
All that stuff helps, man. I mean it.
I would love to help myself. Obviously, can't from here.
Take a point.
But I mean, even if I was there, unless I'm off work for whatever reason.
You bite your tongue first prize games.
Oh no. Fucking I can't. By the way, I literally refuse to look at anything AI generated now after we've talked about all this stuff.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. It's a bad feeling, dude. Yeah, exactly, Iggy. Yeah, Uber Eats some pizza or something. Keep them fed and hydrated. They're doing it. So, God bless them. I really hope they are making inroads though with the contracts, because they should. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so from what I must have misread the title, but basically Disney has demanded their showrunners to return to work despite the strike.
Demand all you want, dog.
Right. So
no, fuck that.
They're trying to combat any potential impact, and here is part of the letter. We want specifically to reiterate to you as a showrunner or other writer-producer that you are not excused from performing your duties as a showrunner and or producer on your series as a result of the WGA strike. Your personal services agreement with the studio requires that you perform your showrunner and or producing duties, even if WGA attempts to fine you for performing such services during the strike. Your duties as a showrunner and or producer are not excused, suspended, or terminated until and unless you are notified in writing by the studio.
Wow. Playing hardball. What a bunch of dicks.
Yes.
That's awful, dude.
Absolute dicks. Apparently Wendy wants to see the cat, so you must oblige.
All right, Stevie.
We can all use some more cat content, some cat tent, if you will. And I'm hoping he's not going to meow, because last time he was really upset that we had to pick him up.
It's true. I carry him around with me all the time. He likes being held and picked up. He's also drinking kitty claws with me tonight.
Hilarious. I hate you, but that's funny.
Oh, he's a sleepy boy.
Uh-oh. Well,
he's awake. Hey. Oh, come here, bud.
Kobe-wan, that would be a great idea, except for it would probably be empty most of the time, because I'm sure he's going to move. Cats don't stay still unless they're sleeping. It's Taco Steve. Everybody.
Yeah, for the people at home. Well.
He's like, put me down, dude. What is happening?
Speak your mind.
Oh, it's a Taco Steve POV camera we need. What we want to say.
We do need a Taco Steve cam that we can cut to. You're absolutely right. He also has a little taco toy that he plays with. Taco Steve disliked Smile a lot.
Yes.
We're going to get into that soon.
We're definitely going to get into that soon.
But before we get into that, I also got to know what you think of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It has come out to fine reviews and decent box office. So there's been a bit of a debate on the superhero fatigue that's, people have said has been hitting
I have seen that people are saying, "Oh, superhero fatigue," but apparently Guardians 3 has already made like close to $300 million.
Yeah,
in its first weekend. So,
just make good
I
movies.
loved it. I loved it. I cried probably 5 or 6 times. It is a beautiful, wonderful closure to this story of this group.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious. It was heartwarming.
Yeah.
It had great action. It had probably one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a while from Marvel.
No kidding.
And it had, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it had Marvel's very first fuck bomb.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And it was hilarious.
Hey, when it's right, it's right. You get one per PG-13 movie, so.
Yep. And I know that I think it's brilliant because they are going to have to do that for Deadpool. So
yeah, exactly. Warming them up.
Absolutely, warming up Disney audiences for Deadpool. But Icky and I, if I get out to LA in the next month or two, we're gonna go see it in Dolby Cinema.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys. I'll see it. I saw the first Guardians. I don't think I saw the second, but whatever. I'll catch up. I don't feel like it's that much to catch up on. So one movie.
Yeah, just
don't tell me anything different, Dave.
No, and you can just watch the one movie and be fine. Any gaps, me and Nikki can fill you in.
Okay, great. Thank you. Of course. Appreciate that. I have a couple other things, but I don't think they're that important because I think, unless you have something very pressing, we can move on.
Just that Brad Pitt's going to be driving a real F2 or F3 car for a new movie with Top Gun 2's director.
Oh. Is that smart? Is that a good idea?
Nope.
Okay, just checking. I also agree.
Definitely not a good idea at all.
It's not like letting actors like play the guitar and sing in their movies. It's a little different. Lots of people's lives are involved with that one. So hopefully you all trust Brad Pitt, people. He seems like a good enough guy. Do I trust him as like a Formula One driver or whatever? No. I sure don't.
That's kind of a nice middle finger kind of way.
Sorry, say that again. You broke up.
I said it's kind of like a middle finger, but in this kind of a way.
Good point.
To Tom Cruise, because you got to fly in a jet. I get to drive an F2 car.
Well, Tom Cruise is also going to space, so you can't really.
I know, but it's like until that happens.
Fair enough. A stopgap. Fuck you.
Right. Because anything could happen.
Anything can happen. You never know, Dave. But that's weird, and I'm scared for the lives of everybody else, but but Brad Pitt. I'm not scared for Tom Cruise's life. He's never gonna die. Well, listen, when you sell your soul to the devil himself,
I guess
he's going to take.
No, it's not the devil, Blake. It's Lord Xenu.
Touche. Touche, my friend. Shout out to all our Scientology fans. Love you. Big fans of the show. We're moving on to bigger things. We got a couple horror movies we're going to talk about because we hate ourselves, and I guess we just don't want to respect our audience at all.
No, not even a little bit.
We're talking about two movies. The first one being Smile from 2022. The second one being Blumhouse's Truth or Dare from 2018. Yes. Both of these movies deal with an awful, very stupid, very brainless trope that I hate. Yes. A lot, the creepy smile trope. And God, dude, they've been doing this for so long. I hate it. I hate this trope so much. And like to base an entire movie around this trope, or this like little like gimmick, I guess I'd say, is dumb and it feels very patronizing. So bottom of the barrel. This is right up there with like spooky, like scary movies that like have old records that play something that's supposed to be cheery, but it's actually scary now.
Yeah, because it's slow and warped.
It's like, we get it, guys. We get it. We get it. Like, it feels so brain dead and frustrating. So I did want to talk about these movies because I mentioned Smile on this stream before. And it's like hidden fact that I disliked it.
It's true, but I wanted to talk about it on stream.
Yeah, David never seen it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you saw it, and I'd never seen Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, which I know had the same kind of gimmick. Yeah. And so we said, hey, a double feature with spooky, smiley people. It was stupid, Dave, and I fucking regret it. But here we are. We got to power through. So let's talk about Smile from 2022. Jordan, if we have that trailer. Let's suffer.
I don't know if you saw, but we should probably have texted him because he had a work call. So
he's back.
He's back. All right. Cool beans. Fantastic. Let's do it.
Hit it. Dislike it already. That was the whole movie. That was everything. Good morning, Dave.
I know you're nervous.
Oh, hey.
I just want to have a chat.
When I first saw this trailer, I thought those two people were played by the same actress.
So fucking did I.
Thank you. Did you know the main character is Kevin Bacon's daughter?
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
I need to find an explanation for what happened.
Why isn't her last name Bacon then, Blake?
It is.
Oh.
Or did you mean in the movie?
I'm kind of over this trailer. Can we stop already?
You've seen the movie. This is what the movie is.
I know.
Whatever. I'm over it too.
I found 20 cases involving 19 victims with a direct line linking them all together.
Oh, spooky.
You said only nitrogen. Why is it that everybody else who sees me is dead in your life?
I was pelted with this trailer in 2022 every time I went to the movies.
Yes, I agree with you. It was annoying. John got jokes.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it, definitely.
Do you get it? Do you get it, Dave? Dude, turn this trailer off. Can you tell us, Dave, the story of Smile 2022? Please enlighten us all. We're dying to know. By the way, I want to ask really quick before you start on this. Is this a spoiler conversation? This movie came out last year.
Fuck it. Yes, I don't care. I want to talk about it.
Don't waste your time. Hey, Gina, what's up?
Yes. Okay, so this movie was first and foremost created by people who pretended they didn't see It Follows.
Yes, 100%.
And it's about a entity that smiles at you creepily until you kill yourself in front of other people who then see the creepy smiling guy until you kill yourself. And... Yep,
and that's it. That's the gimmick.
Movie.
That's the movie.
That's the whole movie.
There are lots of things. There are lots of things going on in this movie, none of which happen in a good pace way. They just whatever. What was your first impression of Smile?
So my first impression was I don't know if you ever saw. I wasn't a big South Park guy myself, but I don't know if you ever saw the South Park bit where Butters. You know how I don't know if you know Butters is. He's like the evil genius or whatever. He's like a evil villain in the show, where him and his buddy keep trying to do things, and his buddy keeps going, "Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it." So my impression was this is the horror movie version of that. Everything that popped on screen, I'm like, It Follows did it. It Follows did it. It Follows did that already.
it's literally it's like a bunch of these kinds of movies, like It Follows specifically, but like boiled down to the stupidest parts.
Yes.
And everything, all the stupid, they filter it out of it. They're like, do that stuff. They hate you as an audience, and they think you're dumb, and they don't care because they're going to sell it to you. My first impression of this movie was, I'm never going to get that time back. This is not the worst thing this is, to be clear, not the worst thing I've ever seen. But it's not even the worst movie I saw in 2022. But it is frustratingly transparent in what it is trying to do. And it thinks you're dumb. But before we get into those things, I need to know, Dave, do you have any likes about Smile 2022? Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you were serious?
Yeah, that's a real question.
Nope.
Great. I have one like. There is one fantastic shot in this movie that belongs on my wall. Okay. No, it would be not fun if it was on my wall. People wouldn't like that. Disagree. I dislike the ending.
Hard disagree,
more
Jordan.
than anything. And I'm gonna tell you why shortly. The shot where which is in the third act, where it's like this wide shot of like that skinless monster thing trying to enter her mouth.
I knew it.
That is a fantastic shot. That shot deserves praise because whoever thought of that cared about it. Just everything surrounding it was bad. But that shot specifically belongs in a really great A24 film.
A great film. Yes.
Yeah.
In this film, no.
It was surrounded by trash. Because my big thing here is that, like you said, it's a curse, right? So somebody who has this, they're being followed by something, this smiley thing, they see stuff, they imagine things that aren't really happening, and then they kill themselves in front of somebody, and when they do that, it passes it on to the person who witnessed this. What if you kill yourself in front of multiple people? Do people have more people have it? It seems to only be one person. Never explained.
No,
doesn't matter.
I think it's just like It Follows. It's the worst version It Follows.
It really is.
The entity in It Follows is like really scary. It's a really scary, I think we called it a ghost STD.
Yes. Yes.
I think the It Follows demon is like AIDS of ghosts.
Yes.
And the Smile demon is like syphilis.
Yes, because the longer you watch it, the crazier you go out of frustration.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I believe it. The thing here that I think frustrates me the most, besides the fact that every quote-unquote scary thing in this movie is in the trailer, period.
Yep. All of it.
But no, and that's the thing. It's not even as clever as The Evil Dead, Gina. No. The theme of this film is family trauma and like passing down family trauma or passing on trauma to others, which we get it immediately because they layer it in. But the thing that frustrates me the most about this film is that they do this nice thing of like layering in the themes, and then that subtext just becomes text when they just start telling it to you out loud. Yep. They just say, this is happening to me because of this. This trauma that followed me is now because of this, and now it's the trauma. It's the curse of trauma. And I'm like, I know that. I know that. I'm watching the movie. Also, they kill a cat in this movie.
Yeah, that was
justice for mustache. Hashtag justice for mustache.
Hashtag justice for mustache. Which is not hashtag justice for mustache. Which is not a weird facial hair thing. It is a cat.
It's a cat named Mustache.
I have to say, because there are no likes, I'm just gonna start talking about some of my dislikes. And the number one thing that I can think of off the top of my head is the scene we saw in the trailer where it's head. Looked fucking wonky as shit.
Dude, everything looks wonky as shit. Like I said, all this quote-unquote scary stuff is in the trailer. For me, there's a number of actual laugh out loud moments. There is a scene with the guy. So our main character, she's a therapist.
Yes.
It works at a like emergency mental institution and stuff.
Yes.
And so it's like that's clever in the way that like the trauma and stuff is built into like the story that way. It starts off like it makes sense, like it should make sense, right? But there's a scene where when she kind of is infected with this curse, she has to try to like kill this guy and stuff to try to like relieve herself of the curse. But she imagines this, and like she's stabbing this guy, and he starts like laughing, and I start laughing, and everybody's laughing. But it's supposed to be like horrifying.
Yeah,
and
but it's not at all.
It just made me chuckle, and not out of like, oh, this is stupid. It was genuinely funny because his face was like, and I'm like, right? It's crazy. There's a lot of moments like this in the film, because on top of that, the ending. This curse, right? It presents itself in a number of different ways. You know, like it could be somebody you know, it could be something like I imagine or whatever. It just so happens to appear as a very tall person with like long hair and no eyebrows. It's like it looks like a 1940s like circus attraction kind of like idea person. For like bunk 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 bunk, and like walks funky.
I have a joke.
Hit me with your joke.
It's how I imagine Taco Steve sees you.
Can we get a picture? I need to get a picture of this thing on screen. Jordan, if you could find the image of like the quote unquote curse monster demon at the end of the movie Smile, put it up, because that is hilarious. It's so goofy looking, and it just made me chuckle every time it was on screen. I was like, it's not scary. It looks like you're an infant, and your like mother who hasn't slept in 15 days because your whiny ass is like, go to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
It's insanity. How did you feel about the acting in this movie?
I thought that it was okay.
Really?
It was okay. I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. I think Junior Bacon she's okay in it. Junior Baconator is okay in it.
I'm sure she loves that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay as long as she talks shit about us and gives us free press.
Bad press is the best press.
It's press, man.
Two fucks on the internet.
Yes. So Quarter Pound Baconator is Kumar was also okay in it. I thought he did a pretty decent job. Having just come from White Castle.
Cal Penn is in this as his as I don't even remember these characters' names. I just watched this last night.
This is her boss.
It's her boss.
That's fine.
I didn't think he was very good at all.
I he was okay. He wasn't great.
Like he was reading. I didn't buy. No,
not quite. Not quite that one. But
the skinned version of that, the actual one that has skin on his face that looks like funny, as opposed to that, which just it looks goofy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have to find it. I'm gonna find it. I promise. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, it is.
It's in the trailer.
It is. I don't think he was that great. Sosie Bacon is her name. I don't think she was that great. I don't think she's I don't think she's like a bad actress in general. I just didn't really buy her. I think a lot of things were very strange because she's trying to get out there like, hey, like I'm not going crazy. This is happening to me, to her like fiance. And he was like, you are too much. You're too much to handle. And she's like, you can't even deal with minor inconveniences. And I'm like, this isn't a minor inconvenience. You gave your dead cat to your nephew and then fell through a glass coffee table. That's not a minor inconvenience. That's you need help. You should be institutionalized. Like you need serious medical attention. That's the one. That's the one, Jordan. Thank you. Glad you found it.
Oh man, I thought you were serious. I pulled away from my fucking. I was watching the trailer to get a fucking screenshot of it.
Oh, sorry, it was Barney.
Damn it. I came back and saw it. Yes, very valid point that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say she was okay is because I really liked how she was like, I'm not going crazy. I'm sorry. Like she would like just that like back off of it. I think was like a cool choice.
I agree with you. I don't like to be clear. I don't think she was garbage. I think she was dealing with not good material. But yeah, no, that's a good point because she'd be like, she kind of freak out and then pull herself like, I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that. I think that was a good choice as well. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she's a little all over the place in terms of her performance, but she did make some good choices considering what was going on.
Yeah, but I think the one performance that was she's not in the trailer. She's not in the trailer at all. I could have sworn. Whatever. I'm spending too much time on it. I think that the best performance at anybody was the lady who played Turk's wife.
Oh yes, no, I fully agree with you. I forgot about that because she. Oh gosh, let me pull up her name really quick. This is, and I know her name, and I'm gonna read it.
Mm-hmm. It's the Turk's wife. Did I say it wrong? Turk's wife.
Oh, Judy Reyes.
Yes, Judy Reyes.
Yes. Turk's wife. No, she was great because she looked truly disturbed. Obviously, she was only in like a scene, really. But
yeah,
she was
just
great.
the one scene, but still, she was
brought
great.
Her A game. She brought her A game for sure.
She did, and I don't know if it's because she hasn't been anything else in a long time, or if she like didn't know what movie she was in, or what. But she definitely really tried, and I really appreciate that about her.
I agree. She was definitely my favorite performance of the film. The guy, how'd you feel about the guy who played the detective, our main detective guy? Yeah,
fine. It didn't blow me away, but
they wrote him stupid. Like his character is stupid because our main protagonist, who I definitely have to find her name, is Rose. Rose Junior Bacon. She
quarter pounder bacon. Yeah.
She is like trying to figure out her curse thing, and so she's talking to her ex, who happens to be the detective and stuff, and she's like, hey, blah, 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 pull up this case file. Who saw this happen? And where did this happen? And so she's putting it together. Thus, us, the audience, are putting it together. And he's like, I don't know what this means. Why you have me look up this stuff? And she goes off and does stuff. And he calls her like what? Like a day or two later, he's, hey, I'm putting this together now. And I'm like, it took you a day and a half to put together what she literally spelled out for you in front of your face? What are you talking about? Worst detective. He should get demoted.
Yes, he should. And I may have found a good. I'm gonna screenshot it, send it to Jordan because
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna send it to Jordan because holy shit! If you could just please refresh my memory on how to screenshot on a fucking Mac, that would be great.
Do you want to select this thing or do the whole screen?
I just want to select the thing.
That's Shift Command 4.
Shift Command 4. Ooh. Do I
Look
hold
at that.
anything? Okay.
What? No, you just click and drag, my friend. Welcome to Blake's Mac tutorial stream.
Okay. This is amazing.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
Okay. I'm gonna email it to Jordan really quick.
Yeah.
Because holy shit balls. This really makes my joke feel really mean.
That's fine. I can take it. Taco Steve, on the other hand, is a little sensitive, but
wait, where the hell did it download to?
It's your desktop.
Desktop.
Yeah, so that's actually something I want to talk about, John. Smile did very well at the box office. People liked this film. There's critics that really liked this film.
Really?
this was a more well-received mainstream horror than I'd seen in a long time. Like he said, it made $217 million worldwide.
Why?
Because I feel like it I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm being like snobby or anything like that. It kind of it's a mainstream horror release. It panders to an audience, a mass audience, and you have to dumb down your things a bit. Yeah, I think the marketing was good. If you're a general horror film fan, yeah, this might be something for you. You saw the trailer, but when you see the film, all the quote unquote scary things in this movie are legitimately in the trailer.
It's true.
This movie has a lot to say, which I agree is a good thing to tackle and a great subject to tackle. But I think it executed it in the dumbest way possible and a bit manipulative, because it pulled that trope of our main character Rose imagining herself out of the bad situation and like moving into a good situation, like her getting over it, just a flashback and nope, she's still there at the house. And it's like, no, fuck you.
Yes,
I hate that trope so much because it added nothing, was not scary, and just killed the entire pace of the third act. This had terrible pacing.
Bad pacing. But also, It Follows already did this story.
It did. But that's the thing. I'm not opposed to a similar story, but give it your own twist. Do something interesting with it.
Yeah, because the interesting thing here is instead of a demon that fucks you to death, it's a demon that smiles you to death.
Exactly. It's so hokey. It's so lowest common denominator. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Talk to Steve. Time for dinner.
Oh,
already traumatized my cat.
And that's hilarious.
Dude, this dude is, I'm like, I'm like a relatively loud person when it comes to talking. This dude sleeps through all of it. Also, he's asleep right now, so he's gonna be up all night.
Oh, that's great. Great.
It's fine.
Does he get the zoomies yet?
He had the zoomies from the first time he came home. Like, he'll do it in the middle of the night and he'll just run the apartment, bounce off of things. Luckily he's really good with his claws and his mouth. So he lets me rub his belly and stuff and like mess with him, and he'll roll around and he'll grab me and stuff and put my fingers in his mouth, but just kind of like not like, he's not really rough with it.
That's cute.
And he doesn't really bite on stuff yet. So that's cool. So I trust you for now.
For now,
he's almost 4 months old. He's young still, so
he's got a lot to learn. You just wait till he. I forgot the official title of the fan club is Taco Steve Stan Fan Club.
it's a punchy name. I like it.
Welcome to fuck Wendy. But yeah, so that gave context to my joke, and I'm so happy that we are able to do that.
Delayed payoff, but a payoff nonetheless, sir.
Payoff nonetheless.
I'm all for it.
But yeah, I agree. When they did the ending where it was like, she imagined the vindication, I'm like,
I hate it. It's so lazy and so tropey, and like it's not scary. It's not like a horror. Like it's not a horrifying thing that like you're like, oh, finally she gets her catharsis. It just kind of cuts and she's better. And so like, okay, weird. Why are we here? And then it's like, just kidding, we're back. And I'm like, I didn't care. I didn't attach to any of this. I got nothing from this, and I'm just bored. And I want it to end now.
That shot that you liked.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I immediately was like, Blake's gonna love that shot.
It's a brilliant shot. I think it is fantastic. I love it as a frame. I love it.
As a frame, yes. In a better movie for sure.
And the thing too, if we're talking about cinematography briefly, it's all relatively standard. But the thing that I'm also annoyed at is the overuse of the upside down drone shot in horror movies. That's becoming very tropey very quickly. We get it. Her world is upside down. I know. It's like
we got it. We got that. Thank you.
It holds no meaning anymore. There's no weight to these shots. It's just like, hey, I bought a drone from Best Buy and I can fly it upside down. Cool.
Oh God.
Literally,
it's like, yeah, obviously it's meant to show her life is upside. I think we got that by the fact that she now has bags under her eyes and she fucking can't sleep, and her fiance just pieces the fuck out because he's like, nope, this bitch is crazy.
Again, she traumatized her nephew with a dead cat.
Yes.
And we get it.
We understand. Thank you.
It. It's a frustrating film because the thing that makes it the most frustrating for me is that I think the themes are great. I think this is a film, like more films can talk about this stuff. There's space to examine this in interesting ways in horror. And this did it in the dumbest way possible, the most frustrating bog standard way possible that didn't feel like it actually had something to say. It felt like that theme was just a prop from which to make a horror movie out of. Whereas
Also,
something like Hereditary has something to say.
Yes.
You know, that's also a movie about family trauma and like how it haunts and can curse you and all this stuff. That's a movie with something to say.
Yes. And I really think that for me, the thing that upset me one of the things that upset me, I should say, is the opening scene is of this lady on the bed.
Yeah.
And you can't tell what's wrong with her. So obviously there's something wrong. You just can't tell if she's dead or what's going on. OD.
Yeah.
But as soon as that cut away to a different person, I was like, that's our villain. Like 100%, this person's going to come back and is going to be the scary part or whatever, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And while the entity was not technically, they used that person in the beginning, which is
right.
Junior Bacon's mom in the movie, to come back and be her trauma.
Sorry, I lost you for a second.
It comes back to be her trauma demon, which, like, dude,
trauma mom.
Okay, cool. It's just don't put it in the opening scene. It's obvious that you're gonna do that.
Yeah, they telegraph everything. They telegraph everything. So anytime something spooky happens, it's not surprising. There's a couple like jump scares in here where like phones ring. And like I hate that shit too. It's like, wow, that's loud. And I'm like, I'm not scared. It's just loud and you're scaring my cat.
Yeah, but it's literally equivalent of being like, what? Fucking what?
Yeah, it just makes me respect the movie less because it doesn't add to anything. It's just like, hey, wake up, audience. I know we're boring. Something's going to happen soon. So, yeah, it was frustrating. So, this is not a recommend for me, obviously. I think, if you like this film, fine. If you got something out of this movie, if you got something out of this, like thematically with the family trauma thing, fine. I think it was executed very poorly. This is not a recommend for me. If you want a good, scary movie about family trauma, just like you said, or even trauma in general, go with like It Follows, go with Hereditary, or even something like Midsommar. Like those are films that handle trauma very well.
Yes. This is definitely an anti-recommend for me. And if you go see it, looking at you, Icky, I will judge you. And
no, go. Here's my thing. If you want to see this movie, go see it and form your own opinion. Just know I will judge you for it. I'm kidding. But for real, go see this movie if you want, form your own opinion and let us know what you think. I just think it's lazy and I think it could have been good, which is the most frustrating thing about it. I think it's tropey. I think it's tropey. I think you lose the smile part of Smile and dive into the themes a little bit. You explore her a little more. Yeah, we get something out of it.
To speak on the Smile part of Smile.
Yeah.
The Kubrick stare with a smile would have been awesome. Yeah. Because for anybody that doesn't know, the Kubrick stare is when you look down and through your eyebrows. That's like the psychopath look that Kubrick did. And to do that with a smile would be creepy. But to have that like smile is not creepy.
No, I agree, and and that's the thing about the Kubrick smile. I also don't think that would be effective because that's a one shot like that in every few movies that Kubrick did, not every 15 minutes in a movie about smiley, scary people. Like that would lose its effect after the first one.
I think, but if they hold on it, yes. But if it's like every time you see it, it's long enough for us to see it before something passes in front of the person's face and it goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
That I think would be super effective.
Maybe. I think I'm just over it. I'm over the concept. I don't think any iteration of that from now on I will ever think is genuinely creepy. I think it will come off as lazy to me. Whatever. I could be proven wrong. I may change my mind. I'm not going to change my mind on this movie. But if you have a spooky smile movie in production or in development, I don't care.
Don't.
Stop it. Give up on your career.
Change it entirely. And you'll be okay. Couple of notes, just a couple of small notes.
Just a few small notes. Okay, but the It smile works because it's a clown. It makes sense.
Yes.
It makes sense. So that's fine.
It does.
I'm fine with it. But whatever. That's all I have to say about Smile. Anything else, Dave?
Just one more. It sucks. Don't go watch it.
Okay.
And then I'm ready to move on.
All right, great. We're moving on to a cinematic masterpiece, otherwise known as Blumhouse's Tic-Tac-Toe. Sorry, Blumhouse's 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Nope.
Blumhouse Spin the Bottle.
Nope. Keep trying.
What did we watch? Blumhouse's Truth or Dare 2018.
There it is.
We watched it. It's another spooky smile movie. So, Jordan, give me the trailer for it that I'm going to make Dave watch while I use the bathroom.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
2 weeks in a row.
Ah!
To ask you. Truth or Dare.
Oh, it had a pre-trailer too. God damn it. Oh. I'm never gonna let him. I'm never gonna forgive him for this, guys. He made me watch a pre-trailer and the trailer.
Carter.
Truth.
What are your intentions with our sweet Olivia?
I needed to find someone with friends that I could trick into coming here.
Nope.
I could tell Olivia was an easy target.
Jordan, there's echo in the trailer.
I brought you all up here because I'm okay with strangers dying if it means I get to live.
What the hell?
The game's real. Okay, wherever you go, whatever you do.
The game is real. Oh. Fuck off. Creepy smiles. Fuck out of here, dude. So stupid.
Really weird has been going on ever since Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Hangover. Probably chlamydia.
Done yet?
No, sorry. Smiles. No. Also, fuck you because there was a pre-trailer.
No, pre-trailer trailer? The worst kind. I hate that trope.
So I'm really mad at you for that.
Carter said, tell the truth or you die. Do the dare or you die.
If you
Don't have time to pee again?
you die.
Oh, God.
I love this movie.
You're not being serious.
No, of course I'm not being serious. This sucks.
Thank you. Oh, John, that's fine, sure, but
It didn't do it any favors.
even this movie as an R-rated movie still sucks.
Break Olivia's hand.
Agreed.
Because of Christmas I am extra right now. There's no way I'm gonna break your hand.
You don't really have a choice. God, just do it.
This game is so smart.
God.
No.
We need to find what started all this.
How do we get out of this game alive?
That's a good point, Nikki. That's a good point. But even that would not have redeemed this movie.
No.
And your turn's next.
Dare me to choose which one of you to kill.
I mean. Okay, thank God it's over. So, Dave, tell us the very convoluted story of Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, not Madonna's Truth or Dare, the concert film behind the scenes film, Blumhouse's Truth or Dare from 2018.
Okay, sure. So Truth or Dare is about a group of college kids who go to spring break in Mexico, and they get roped into a real life game of Truth or Dare by a random creepy stranger who didn't seem creepy, but they said was creepy anyway. And it's actually a Truth or Dare game that is a demon who makes you do the dare or answer honestly, and if you don't, it makes you kill yourself.
It's Demon Truth or Dare.
Fuck out of here.
Because reasons.
Fuck me, dude.
This movie is about like things are wild, you know, in Mexico, spring break, things are crazy. What better way to top off your big spring break Mexico trip than with a game of Truth or Dare with some weirdo in an old church? How did we get here?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Makes like they try to explain it. They try to give us reasons for it. It's not a good one.
Nope, it's not. None of it.
It's not a good one.
It's really stupid. You know what the stupidest part about this movie is?
What's the stupidest part about this movie?
The smiles. What did that have to do with anything?
Exactly, Dave. You're touching on it. That's the name of this episode. Why? Why did we do
why
this?
Why are you smiling?
Yeah, why are you smiling?
It's the name of this episode.
That was
what are you doing?
Very heavily in this trailer. Smiling has nothing to do with the game Truth or Dare.
No.
But it just happens because scary smile.
That's just how the directors and the writers which one of them was Jillian Jacobs. Which
what?
Yes. I saw it in the fucking ending credits. I was like, nah.
No.
Screenplay was written by like 4 people.
Yeah, I saw that. Their names elude me.
Screenplay. I guess I should have just fucking done Truth or Dare IMDb.
It's fine. The point though is that like there's a lot of things going on in this movie that I don't know why they have to have a smile, but to give props retroactively to Smile 2022, those smiles looked dumb, to be clear, but they are not this kind of smile. This is a CG smile with red eyes. Yes. And our main character Olivia even at one point says points out the obvious, which is it looked like a messed up Snapchat filter, and I'm like, yes it does. It because is a Snapchat filter.
Writers including Jillian Jacobs, the writers Michael Jacobs, Christopher Roach, and Jeff Wadlow did not trust us to understand when the demon has taken over and is making people ask other people Truth or Dare.
I know. I was like, do you not trust your actors? Do you not trust the audience? Who do you not trust? Because
everyone. No one. Everyone.
Everything. This is very lowest common denominator horror. 100%. So your first impression was resounding sweet? Where'd you sit with this?
My first impression was really...
Yeah,
it's a horror movie about Truth or Dare.
Yeah,
what are we fucking 8?
Yes, they think their audience is 8. The makers of this film thought everybody was 8.
I can't. What? Okay, what was the point? I don't understand what the point of any of this was. Why are we doing this?
There is no point. There's no real like thematic underpinnings to this thing at all. The only thing I could think of as I was thinking about this, I was like, what is this movie trying to say? What is there? Not that every movie has to have like a moral or something, but there's thematic underpinnings of movies. And this, especially in horror, I'm like, what is this movie trying to say? And the only thing I could think of was Olivia, our main character, played by Lucy Hale. She's a worldly girl. She wants to help out Habitat for Humanity. She wants to do great things for the world. And she's forced to... because of this demon thing, just think about herself, and not in a way that is like, not in a way that it's like, oh, like makes it seem bad. It encourages her, and she's like, that's what she gets out of this movie. Is like, oh, I need to be more selfish.
Yes, that's quite literally what happens.
Like that's
because
the
she's like
theme of
this
movie is
amazing,
selfishness.
selfless, wonderful human being,
Yeah.
and she's secretly in love with her best friend's boyfriend, but never says anything because I'm too good of a person. And eventually, she's like, you know what? Fuck literally everyone on the planet,
Yeah, yeah,
so that me and my best friend don't have to die here.
exactly. I was like, what is this trying to tell me? And so Icky, I think you're right. Bodies was making fun of this type of movie, this type of like weird, like self-centered, like indulgent kind of thing. So this movie has like really nothing much to say. It's just trying to make money. It's trying to steal your money.
Yep.
Actively. Do you have any likes from this movie? Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was ignoring you because no, I fucking don't.
I think it's raining. Sorry. That was like really off-putting for a second.
Somebody was asking him truth or dare.
I hate it. It looks so bad. I have one like about this movie. I got a lot of laughs out of this movie. I got a lot of genuine laughs out of it because it is undeniably hilarious. I know it's not trying to be hilarious, but every time there's like one of those, the smiley piece, somebody's like possessed or like becomes the smiley
demon,
truth or tell demon thing. It's like, but it plays this sound. Like there's this sound that goes along with it. It's like, and I'm like, oh god. And it's always shot in the dumbest fucking way possible. That like it's like a comedy shot every time. It's part of me for the first couple times was like, is this supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be like over the top? It's not. Spoiler alert. It's not. They are taking this very seriously. It's bonkers. It's just so I enjoyed how much laughter I got out of this.
Sure.
Truly. Yeah. I got way more laughs out of this than I did out of Smile 2022. So
that's fair.
Points.
That's fair. I think for me, the one like that I had was scroll through your nuts. I didn't have one.
Fair enough.
I did not have one. Because the concept was fucking stupid. The acting was bad.
Yes. Yes.
Like some of the reasons were dumb. Like, okay, there's a scene. To preface, when these teens who have gone to Mexico and now they're sucked into this game, whenever the game is playing them, because they definitely make the point of saying that out loud
over and over again,
over and over, we're not playing the game is playing us. Whenever the game is whenever the game is playing them, it's somebody is either next to them and they hallucinate them saying truth or dare. or
it's funny every time.
What is it gonna be? Truth or dare? It's either a person next to them, it's the fucking phone call or a video,
a text message,
random voices on the street.
Yeah, this demon is up with current technology for teens.
A mirror.
Yeah.
So that's the preface. The scene that made me go fuck off was when they were like, okay, so it's this person's turn again, and we don't want to reuse one of the ways that somebody says truth or dare, God forbid. So she's by herself. She is in multiple areas where she could have seen a reflection or a picture or a mirror. But nope, it's a random homeless is broken into the house thanks to the fucking truth or dare demon.
Dude.
Why?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And so essentially, again, to preface this, they all have to take turns doing truth or dare with this demon thing in the same order they did in the spooky church in Mexico. And so they also framed this as a positive at one point when the one kid has to come out to his father.
Yeah, they did.
He's like, this is great. I was like, this like major weight has been lifted. I was like, oh, so this is a good thing? This curse is a good thing? What the fuck? What is this movie trying to say? But then because like literally my note was like, why is anybody choosing dare? Because it's always like, I dare you to skin your own, to skin yourself. And so like nobody would ever choose dare. And so then the characters catch on to my thought process. Like, okay, everybody has to say truth the entire time. It's the only way we can hear these hard truths. It's the only way we stay alive. Next time it happens, the person's like, truth. That's not how this game works. The demon's like, nope, choose again. And I was like, wait, what? Why? Why?
They end up retconning the reason, but they don't tell us in the moment or preface it at all. You're just suddenly like, what?
Yeah, they try to explain it later, but it's literally in the moment. You're like, nope, just kidding. That sounds boring. Just do dare. I want to get you to fall off the house.
The line is literally, that's not how this game works.
The thing is like,
truth or dare.
And she's like, truth?
Wait, no, that's not how this works.
And she's like, what do you mean? You gave me two options, truth or dare. I choose truth. She goes,
no, choose again. Choose dare. How about try that?
And I'm like, this
and
is
then
a
we find out
fucking
later.
joke.
We find out later that the person that brought them into this weird demon game decided like, no, it'd be funnier if it was two truths and a dare. It's a different game, you fucking dickheads.
That's not exactly. It's not even the same game. Fuck! That's not even the same game. I could tell the writer was like, cool, I have this great idea, and he's like writing this movie, and she's like, oh yeah, well, everybody would choose truth. So he's like, our character definitely has to say that. And then when all the characters start choosing truth, he's like, fuck, this is boring. Now it just turns into a weird like Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, like shit. I don't know. Maybe the demon just stops accepting it.
This film is quite literally like screenplay by committee. You can tell 100% that it's written by four fucking people.
Yeah, 100%. I guarantee there's four credited writers. It was written by 15 people. This is all over the place. This thing's all over the place. And can we also talk a little bit about the lore? Because the movie has to stop in its tracks to try to explain the lore of how this trick or treat, truth or dare demon, came to possess a fucking game, a word of mouth game. It's not even like Jumanji or like Scary Sorry or Tic-Tac-Toe or something. It's literally a game. I'm just being facetious. I don't know if it's 15 people, but it feels like it was. I guarantee it was not just 4 people who touched this. This is a big, it's a Blumhouse film, but Blumhouse is owned by Universal. I guarantee there was more writers on this thing.
Yeah, but I didn't necessarily have a problem with explaining the lore because you're goddamn right. Explain yourself. How the fuck did we get here?
I have thoughts on that, but go ahead.
Like, it was stupid and it fucked up the pacing, but I demand you tell me why a truth or dare game is suddenly life or death. Tell me, you fucking dickhead. This is not. No, you know what's like believable as a life or death game?
Yeah,
Ding Dong Ditch. That's more believable.
That's you're absolutely right. I mean, it'd make a really weird horror movie in like this exact context, but. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that.
Hey, fuck us, I guess.
Yes, having some issues with Streamlabs teams on Jordan's end, but we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry. So, Dave, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
We're talking about this goddamn Truth or Dare movie. It's
okay, I remember.
Okay, thank you.
I did not Ding Dong Ditch. Thank you. I did not necessarily care that they halted everything just to tell us the backstory because, like I said, fucking explain yourselves.
Oh, right.
But I did care how huge spoiler. So, and I don't care.
It came out 5 years ago.
I don't care. See it yourself if you really care.
Yeah, spoil it.
Literally, yeah, Wendy, I'm pretty sure you're right on that one. What happens at the end is she outsmarts the demon and like makes her friend refuse to do the dare. So instead of killing herself with the gun, she like grabs the gun and makes her shoot herself.
Yeah.
Or shoot her. Like, dare completed, demon. Now it's me and you. It's your turn. Truth or dare? And the demon's like, no, that's not how this works. And she's like, yeah, you asked, you're in. And so the demon's like, fine, truth. Fuck off! The demon is not gonna say truth. Okay? It's not gonna say truth. Number one, it's the truth. But you know why the demon had to say truth?
Why?
Because if it said dare, should have been like, I dare you to end this game without killing another person.
Yeah, exactly. It literally, they wrote themselves into a corner with this movie. There's no good way to end this except for everybody dying, which is how it should have gone. But nope, because the theme is selfishness. And fuck everybody. So the thing with the lore for me, what I wanted to say is that it's. I didn't want them to, like, in a movie like this, I think it is interesting to keep that mystery alive. Like, how does it, like, if you over-explain things, it just becomes, like, frustrating and dumb. But, like, when there's a demon truth or dare game, like, yeah, I want a little bit of explanation. That's weird. It's not set up as, like, this mysterious thing. Like, so we get the explanation. It's dumb and feels like, I don't know. It's so the explanation being this young girl and her friends were like abused by like a priest or something, and to get him to stop, that she summoned like a demon, and that demon can possess people, things, places, or ideas, which I guess truth or dare is an idea. I don't know. They didn't also talk about that, and so she like cut her tongue out and put it in a jar to get it to go away. Oh, dude, it's just so convoluted and doesn't add up to anything. And then at the end, when she goes, I'm going to trick this demon into playing truth or dare with me. He goes, what? Wait, you can't do that. I'm a demon. And she's like, yes, you can. And I'm like, wait, who's making the rules here? What is happening?
Nobody.
It's literally
a mischievous
nobody.
demon.
Literally nobody. It's so frustratingly stupid, but I was laughing a lot during this. I was like, they're not going to do this, and they did it. And I was like, they can't do this, and they did it. Every dumb thing that you can imagine, they did it.
Icky fucking knocked it out of the park. That's such a better explanation. That's such a better explanation.
Exactly. I would have lived with that. I would have been like, fine. That actually makes more sense for this movie than like some convoluted old like Mexican woman who has her tongue cut out. She has to scribble really quickly to talk to people. It's like
in English.
In English,
by the way.
Yeah, she hasn't talked to anybody in 50 years, has not like left her house, but she writes really good English and understands it very well.
Sure.
I don't get it. I don't get it. This whole thing is so dumb. But let's see. Oh yeah. Another question for you. Another technical question.
Okay.
In the beginning, this guy, Sam/Carter, he gets this group of college students back to this old mission, this old church, to get them to play Truth or Dare. But we find out at the end. Do you want to spoil the end here? I'm going to spoil it. Lucy Hale's character, Olivia, has a YouTube channel. And they don't really say she's like super popular or anything like that, but she has a YouTube channel. And so she gets on YouTube and she goes, hey, everybody, this is totally real. I've been like summoned into this game of truth or dare and all these things happen. It's really real. She goes, so I have one question for you, truth or dare. And then everybody who watches the video on YouTube now has the truth or dare demon possession. So I'm like, wait, if that's the case, then why did Sam/Carter have to drag all these people back to a mission? Couldn't he have gotten a bunch of people into a circle and be like, hey guys, let's play a quick truth or dare? And somebody goes, oh, like some drunk dummy is going to say truth or dare. Like, it's like truth. He'd be like, haha, got you, bye.
No.
Why did he have to bring them back to the old mission, the old spooky
Because
church?
that's the only way you get people in it.
But she did over the internet.
But she was in the missionary church or whatever. She was physically in it.
But the people weren't in it. The people watching this video weren't in it.
But she was.
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, it is the dumbest fucking thing you've ever heard. And it's the dumbest thing I've ever said in my fucking life.
I was like, don't be. I mean, you can defend this movie if you believe in that, go for it. But like,
that's why.
Insanity, my friend. Pure, unadulterated insanity. I can't believe somebody finished writing this movie. Somebody else read it and said, "Damn, this is good." Production, no notes, straight into production.
I mean, the fact that this went beyond we should talk about Truth or Dare is beyond me.
I know.
Why did it get past that?
Like,
who was the idiot that looked at that person and didn't go, no?
What? Take your meds and get out of my office.
That'd be like, listen, you came at me with a joke recently, and you said, "Oh, I thought on my next movie it's to be about a guy who the pathway to purgatory is in his fucking pantry." And it's, you know, he ends up like throwing stuff in there instead of taking the trash out or something.
He runs a dump and he has a failing dump. So instead of so he can take in more trash by just throwing it into purgatory through his pantry.
And I was like, okay, I could see something like that. He's like, dude, I was kidding. I'm like, nope, too late. I'm already thinking about it.
He's like, whatever. I'm through Act 1 already. I went on a rant about it because like my brain took off. I was like, and this happens, and then a big third act push is this, and you're like, oh cool, like that's actually like maybe this could happen. I was like, no, what are you talking about? I'm kidding. This is a terrible idea. Don't ever listen to me ever again.
I was like, no, but you could do something with that. That'd be pretty funny. Like a short. You could it was like a short.
It is wishful. I'm sure because that was the thing. I was like, he decides he can save the planet and line his pockets at the same time, but the residents of Purgatory get pretty upset with all the trash. Yeah. They don't like litter either.
They throw it all back into his apartment. That's a fantastic short film idea.
Thanks. I just watched Poltergeist before that.
It's a ghost Hoover.
Exactly. And yeah, because that's just like the EPA is like where's all this trash going? We gotta investigate. And he's trying to keep the hidden pantry a secret while Purgatory is spewing trash back out. It's a whole wacky conundrum.
I think that part should be in the style of like a 40s noir.
Yeah, or a Scooby-Doo episode.
Just that part though, and then it goes back to whatever tone it was before.
He's running down his hallway, different doors have trash flying out. The EPA guys are there with his clipboard, like, oh, okay.
All right. Like one of them looks down and trash flies over his head, and he looks up. What?
So stupid. I love it. Now I'm gonna make this out of spite.
And my long con plan is working.
We're gonna fund our stream with our stupid. Can we review our own movie on the stream and just talk shit about it?
We're gonna be doing that with my movie that I was in. So
that's a great point. That's a very great point. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to that. So this movie, Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, is a hell no recommend for me. The first one was like, whatever, if you think you might be into this, there's one good shot. There's better movies out there, but this is a very distinct no. Unless, I take that back, because unless...
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Unless you're hanging out with friends and you want a fun time, if you want to laugh, I got a lot of laughs out of this movie. There's a lot of unintentional comedy that was joy-inducing. Taco Steve liked it. He was chuckling, so.
No. No, he didn't. I really can't get on board with that, dude. I'm sorry. I definitely don't think that this movie is even worthy of an anti-recommend for me, if I'm being honest.
It is
this movie.
Forget about it.
It's just fucking don't. Okay, don't, or you will ruin our friendship.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
I can get behind that. And honestly, I get that. This is a bad movie. This is a really, really bad movie. Everybody's bad in it, and it added nothing, and I got nothing from it except a few chuckles. So
I did get a couple of chuckles, and I will say I got mad at one point. I will say this. Last thing I'll say about this thing.
Yeah.
Mad. Like, really mad, because there was a jump scare.
Did it get you?
I was like, fuck you! God damn it!
Chuck your remote at the TV.
Oh, I was so pissed. It's not my TV. Who cares?
That's true.
But yeah, so all in all, don't see either of these movies.
Yeah, skip them.
Unless you want to torture yourself.
Right, like just skip the Spooky Smile movies. Know that if you see that in a trailer, it's a gimmick and it's not going to be good.
No, it's not good.
Name a spooky, smiley movie that is good, and I will give you $5. I'm not kidding.
I know you are.
I will Venmo you $5.
Did you ever Venmo Icky $5 for catching a thing in our episode that one time?
I told I was like, "What's your Venmo?" He's like, "I actually owe you from dinner the other night." So he's like, "So good."
I do remember that now. Yeah. But yeah. So wrapping things up here, Blake, what do we got going on right now?
Lots of things going on, Dave. We just had our 9th of 10 episodes come out for the podcast. We talked about monster movies. 2 very different movies. We talked about Bong Joon-ho's The Host from 2006 and 1990's Tremors starring Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Senior Bacon.
The Senior Bacon. There we go.
Super Bacon.
The half-pound Baconator.
The full-pound Baconator.
There it is.
It's a really fun time, though.
Yeah. And next we have our season finale.
Oh,
it's
dude.
Space epics, okay? We're doing 2001's A Space Odyssey from 1968.
What?
I got ahead of myself with the year. 2001's A Space Odyssey from 1968. And
wait, no, say it again. You still fucked it up.
No, I didn't.
Not 2001's A Space. I thought you said 2001's A Space Odyssey.
No, 2001 A Space Odyssey.
2001's A Space Odyssey, 1968. 2001.
Train wreck. I hope you guys are enjoying this train wreck.
Too many numbers.
2001 : A Space Odyssey versus 2014's Interstellar.
Yes. Despite the confusing amount of dates just rattled off by Dave, 2 very great films that we fucking argue about a lot, and we still just pick up that argument every now and then when we're on the phone.
It's true.
We're talking about like random things. We're talking about life, love, happiness in general, and then we start arguing about 2001: A Space Odyssey. We need to see a couples therapist.
I'd rather just get divorced.
I'm not letting you leave me. Just kidding. I replace you with Taco Steve. Anyway.
It's so true.
Sometimes when you don't have friends, you got to buy friends.
Yeah.
That can't argue with you.
Can we have AI friends?
Don't tell him that. What? But yes, lots of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that episode. That's our big season finale. And it's a big one. But short of that, you can also watch our episodes now. We just had an episode come out, like I said, Monster Movies, Tremors, and The Host. It's on the YouTube. You can watch us like you watch us now for that episode. But you can, of course, listen to it on any and all podcast platforms like usual. Dave, what's your favorite podcast platform?
Stitcher. My favorite Stitcher.
Your favorite Stitcher. Fair enough.
Yes. I used to do Amazon.
Yeah.
But Amazon kept like randomly being like, oh, were we playing something? Sorry, what was it?
Dude, that's super annoying.
I hated it. So I had to switch, and Stitcher's been pretty good. So that's my favorite. What about you?
Apple Podcasts. It's very convenient, and it'll. I have the Apple Podcast app on my desktop too, so I can bounce off the things. But sometimes I listen to stuff on Spotify too. So.
Oh yeah, well, listen to us on any of those, or iHeartRadio or whatever. We're there.
There's there's a bunch of weird ones that I see we get downloads from. I say weird, but like things I've never heard of, like Bullhorn and like really, really random ones that I've just never heard of that we get downloads on. So thanks to all those listeners.
Yes,
absolutely. Appreciate you. Yeah, you've enlightened me.
Yes. Come check out our Discord. Blake is there. Vicky's there. Kobe-wan's there. Dave is not there.
Pizzas, but, John, my mom.
Yeah.
Everybody. I think Gina might be there. There's a bunch of stuff. Bunch of people.
Yeah, go hang out. Give us your suggestions. We do take them into account a lot of the time. So
yes, we do. You can also follow us on here on Twitch for free. On top of that, you can sub to us. If you have an Amazon account, you can subscribe. It costs you nothing, and we appreciate that. But also, you can just sub to us if you love us and when you show a little love to us. But if not, you can always support by just watching, listening to the episodes, or telling people about us.
Yeah, we would definitely appreciate that. The more people that you bother and make watch our show, the happier we're going to be. And you like when we're happy, right?
It's true. You don't want to disappoint Taco Steve, would you?
Oh, don't do that. I was trying to do a creepy smile. Now I'm feeling sad.
I always feel sad. Thanks for watching. We love you all. And I don't know what we're talking about next week, but excuse me. We're going to figure it out. We'll chat about it in the Discord probably. We'll figure out something, and then we'll come back and we'll rant and rave about it per usual. It's going to be fun, probably.
Sure.
I don't know. Bye.
Okay. Seriously, truth or dare? Taco Steve. Sir. Truth or dare? What's the last lie? What's the last lie Blake told you? What's name something that you pretended to like that Blake gave you that you couldn't stand. Taco Steve. Truth or dare? Okay, have you accidentally hit somebody with Blake's car? Sir?
No hit and runs. He doesn't want to comment. As his lawyer.
Taco Steve, sir, quick, Taco Steve, truth or dare? What's your most bizarre nick? Fuck, he went back to sleep.
It's rare.
Well, oh well.
Love him. He's going back to sleep.
I really need to get straight into editing because I still have a lot to do. So,
oh yeah. We can talk later or talk tomorrow if you want. I lost you. Oh. Nope.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hey, there you are.
God, I fucking hate it. Okay. I just need to get to like outside and start doing my thing. So if you want to call me, I can talk for the next few minutes.
Okay, yeah, cool. Sounds good. I'll do that.
All right.
All I have to say.
Great.
Catch you later.
Okay.
Bye.